Hello, boys and girls. Today we're going to be talking about superlatives. Remember that in last class we were talking about adjectives for food. We were talking about sour. We were talking about what was the other? Sweet, and that type of adjectives. Today we're going to be talking about something related to adjectives, which is basically the superlative form. When we talk about superlative, we're talking about one thing that is compared to the rest of the same group. For superlatives, we have two rules. In Spanish, this is the one we use, but in English, we have an extra rule for adjectives that are short, that are very short, especially for one syllable or two syllables when they have a letter Y at the end. If they are not any of these two, then that means that it's a two-syllable word without the letter Y at the end, or it has more syllables. Okay, my battery is about to die, so let me check first. Okay, so when we talk about adjectives, we talk about one object, person, whatever, and we make a comparison to the rest of the group. So for example, if I say, what is the highest mountain in the world? The adjective high has the letter E, the letter S, and the letter T to express that is, I'm gonna say it wrong just because you may be confused because this is different from Spanish. It's like saying, we don't say in English the most high, we say the highest. Okay. Mount Everest is the highest. In this case, we're talking about Mount Everest. So, let's see. The grammar is as follows. Use the article the plus a superlative adjective with the verb be to compare three or more people, places, or things. Remember, there's a comparison between one object and at least more. This is the biggest sandwich in the cafeteria. So when we see the sandwich, he's talking about one sandwich in the whole cafeteria. So that means that there are at least 3 sandwiches in the cafeteria. This and at least 2 more. So the chips are the saltiest snack in this party. They're the most delicious one too. So in this case, the chips, the saltiest. Okay, why in this we have EST at the end, and in this one we don't. Let's check the rule. If an adjective has only one syllable, like sweet, we don't say the most sweet. No, that is incorrect. We say the sweetest. You can see this on this indicate superlative. If an adjective has one syllable and ends in a consonant plus E, add ST. So, nice, the nicest. We don't say the most nice, we say the nicest. If an adjective has 2 syllables and ends in the letter Y, we're going to erase the letter Y and we're going to add IEST. For example, crunchy, the crunchiest. If an adjective has 1 syllable and consonant, vowel, consonant, double the consonant and add EST. For example, the word hot. We say the hottest. Double T because we don't want to change the last sound of the letter O. If an adjective has 2, 3, or 4 syllables but doesn't end in Y, use the most before the adjective. Delicious, we say the most delicious. And there are some irregular forms. For example, good, we don't say more good. We say the best. Bad, we don't say the most bad. No, we say the worst. Bueno, el mejor. Malo, el peor. Okay, before we do this exercise, let's practice here. Okay, when are you going to apply rule number 1? Rule number 1 applies for words that are short. For example, easy, hard, tall. When are you going to use rule number 2? The most plus the adjective. Okay, when it's a word like expensive or beautiful. Okay, if you have something like handsome. Okay, it has 2 syllables and some, and we don't have a letter Y at the end, so the rule that we're going to apply would be rule number 2. So if I want to say in English, el más fácil, okay, I have to say the, okay, the word easy, it is a Y, and replace it with IEST. So even though in Spanish we use the word more or most, in English is not always that case. The easiest, el más fácil, lo más fácil. If I want to say, okay, the math test was the easiest of all my tests, this would be the form. If I want to say hard, which is like costoso, difícil, o duro, the superlative would be hardest. Lo más duro, lo más difícil. With tall, same, the tallest. And with expensive or beautiful, we would say the most expensive or the most beautiful. This rule number 2 is very easy because it's exactly like we do it in Spanish. With this, it's kind of more complicated because this syllable means like the most. Okay, so if I see, for example, something like, okay, what is the highest, la más alta, what is the highest mountain in the world? Okay, Mount Everest, it is the highest. What is the longest? If I know that long means largo, EST is telling me el más largo. If I say biggest, okay, word big, grande, EST is telling me el más grande. El más grande. Why do we repeat? Why do we have double G? Because the rule tells me, okay, if it's a one-word adjective and we have a consonant vowel in the middle and then another consonant before writing EST, we're going to double the consonant. What is the deepest? Deep, profundo, deepest, el más profundo. Okay, the deepest ocean is the Pacific Ocean. It is the What is the most populated country in the world? And the most populated is China. Ah, I already did this one. Okay, this one. What is the driest? Okay, here's the spelling rule. Dry is with a Y, but we drop it because the rule tells me, just like I did with the word easy, we have to change the Y, we replace it with an I, and then we put EST. Okay, so that being said, let's continue with the exercises here. So I'm going to do 2 through 6, and you do at home in your notebook 7 through 12. That is going to be your homework. Let's put it here. Number 3. It's going to be your homework, especially this ones. Okay, so let's follow the rules here. Okay, what is the superlative of spicy? Let's see the rule for spicy. The rule for spicy, it's telling me, okay, spicy is like crunchy. We have a letter Y at the end and we have 2 syllables. So for crunchy, for spicy, we're going to say the spiciest, el más picante. Large. Let's see the rule for large. Large is 1 syllable. Oh, it's this one. 1 syllable and we have a letter E at the end, so we only add ST. The largest. Salty. Salty, I think we have it in the example. Yeah, we have it here, so we only copy that. Saltiest, el más salado. Cute, lindo, chulo, bonito. Cute, the same rule for nice. We have a letter E at the end, so we only complete with the cutest. Fantastic. Okay, this is different because we have a long word. This word is different because it's not short. It's fantastic. 3 syllables. Last rule. If I have 3 syllables, I don't have to think about it. I only put the most. The most fantastic. That it's it. I thought this video was going to be a little bit shorter, but anyways, this is a very important topic. And for homework, complete these ones, okay? Una repasadita en español antes de despedirnos. Estamos hablando de los superlativos. Cuando hablo de superlativo, me refiero que estoy comparando un ítem con al menos 2 más, o un ítem comparado con todos los demás de su grupo. Y a diferencia de español, en inglés hay 2 formas de decir el más tal cosa. Está la forma número 2, que es igual en español. Decimos el más y de ahí la cualidad. Y está este otro, que acá, aunque yo no lo entienda, aunque me dificulte un poquito al inicio, esta palabra unida a un adjetivo es como que dijéramos el más tal cosa. Así que si yo digo the easiest, lo más fácil. The hardest, lo más difícil. The tallest, el más alto. Entonces esta EST hace las veces de la palabra el más el artículo. Es como que dijera el más y el adjetivo. Okay, les queda tarea hacer los ejercicios que yo no completé acá. Si tienen alguna duda, ya sabe, con mucho gusto estamos para servirle.